Federal scientists, some say the cap could be causing the seepage. How serious is this seepage issue, and when might this be resolved?
That's a very good question. Two very good questions, Tamara. Part of the problem is the Coast Guard is not speaking about it, only issuing statements from retired Admiral Thad Allen. The statement released this morning says that the test will continue for another 24 hours. The last technical briefing we had from BP was on Sunday morning, so both sides of this, we're not getting the information to really tell exactly what's going on. But right now we do know that the containment cap is holding back the flow of oil from the oil well itself. But what we don't know is where that seepage is coming from. Is pressure building up in the line 13,000 feet down and somehow fracturing and getting into the strata and then bubbling to the surface? That's what the Coast Guard is afraid of, and they're afraid that it could erode the surface of the sea floor enough so that it could collapse the entire operation. So they want to proceed very, very carefully, monitoring the pressures, monitoring with the cameras and with the seismic and sonar equipment to make sure that everything is safe.
All right, Charles Hadlock live on the ground in Venice, Louisiana for us on this Monday morning. Thank you very much, Charles. Well, BP now says it has spent nearly $4 billion dealing with the oil disaster. The company also says it's paid $207 million to settle individual claims from Gulf residents and others affected by the spill. BP says it's still too early to know how much the disaster will ultimately cost them. I'm joined now live on the phone by Billy Nungesser. I'm sure you've seen him a lot. He's the president of Louisiana's Plaquemines Parish. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Glad to be.
Absolutely. Let me get your reaction to the bit of news that came in overnight that there may be some seepage from this cap itself. What do you think's happening here?
Well, we're absolutely concerned. You know, all along we knew there was a possibility that there were some weak spots, so it could be some rupture beneath the floor of the Gulf, and we had hoped that wouldn't be the case. You know, it's disheartening. This is the first weekend where we actually took more oil out the Gulf than been put in, seeing this leak month after month after month. And to know that we may be going back to that is really a setback and plays hard on the hearts of the people here in Plaquemines.
Give us an update, Mr. Nungesser, on the situation. You know, BP saying it's paying out $207 million in settlements. Individuals have submitted almost 116,000 claims to BP. The summer is almost wrapping up, and you see some of those beaches are empty, or very few people on some of them.
Well, I tell you, the toughest thing is some of these people that don't know how to make a can't make a living on nothing else but on the seafood.
Yeah.
You know, and that's been real tough on the local fishermen's families. Getting that check, you know, $5,000 this month, $5,000 next month. Now, the new head of the program, Ken, says he's going to make it whole, pay them 6 months up front, and then work quickly to settle their claim for the season and possibly for next season. And we're very cautiously optimistic that that'll happen, because without that payment up front for the season, these people won't be able to make their bills, pay their house note, and feed their children. So we're real concerned for the fishermen that earn their living off that Gulf.
And whose boats are sitting there right now. The boats are just sitting there with no work for them. So you're right. We'll see what Ken Feinberg has to say. He does say 6 months in advance, and perhaps that will make a little bit of difference in the lives of these people devastated. Billy, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well,